What's up, everybody? This is Jay Wicker with Real Estateaholics, and you see it. We back on this thing, man. What's up, guys?
What up, Jay?
Hey, what's good, man?
Nothing much. Nothing much, man. Appreciate y'all jumping on. Hey, Lenny, tell them where you logged in from, and
Hey,
what
what
do you
up,
do?
guys? What up, guys? My name's Lenny, man. I'm a wholesaler, buying a whole real estate investor. I use creative options to buy a whole real estate, man. Right now, my current market is in Springfield, Missouri. That's where I am. If you guys need any help with any wholesale deals, hit me up. Definitely join my group, Wholesaling with Lenny, on Facebook. Drop me some deals at allcashbuyers.com. I am buying, but I am buying creatively, guys. So right now I ain't got a bunch of money right now, so I'm smart enough to know how to buy deals. Okay, so guys, if you got any deals, if you need to know how to buy deals creatively, man, hit me up.
Facts. We got a new member of the team, man, Mr. Dion Williams. What's up, Dion?
All right, what's going on, Jay? How you doing?
Man, I'm doing great, man. Welcome to the team, man.
All right,
Tell,
appreciate it.
tell me where you calling in from, what you do, and all that good stuff.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm coming from the DFW area, particularly in Grand Prairie, Mansfield, Arlington area. As just say a little bit background about myself. I've been in real estate probably since 2004. And I did it a little backwards. I got in as an investor first, and then I turned around and became a realtor because I kind of wanted to cut out the middleman. And then from there, I moved from originally I'm from Arkansas, so I moved from Arkansas to Texas. I kind of laid low a little bit, and because real estate is regional, so I kind of wanted to figure out how the DFW actually operates, and so I kind of jumped in about 3 years ago. And this time I became a realtor first so that I can kind of figure out the market and see how to maneuver through this thing as far as DFW. So a realtor, I'm also an educator. So I do real estate and I teach. And so that's kind of how I'm here. And so my goals are to do this full time as well. So I'm taking strategic steps on how to do this full time.
Most definitely.
Okay. I see. It's interesting that you say you started off as an investor first, to then become a real estate agent. I mean, have you seen any backlash as a real estate agent becoming an investor? And the reason why I ask you that is because I know a lot of real estate investors, realtors or whatever the case is, say they can't wholesale or they cannot invest or whatever. Is that true?
As far as from my experience, it's not necessarily because I know a lot of realtors that are investors.
You see that thing say EXP Realty on?
Right. I mean, at the end of the day,
it's going down.
Right.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So I don't really get any backlash, or I don't really see much of that because at the end of the day, the realtors, they kind of get a lot of firsthand knowledge. They get access to things kind of quickly and early, off market. I mean, just by who they are and who they know. So, as far as my experience, I really never had that, type of experience of backlash.
Go. And the reason why I ask you that is because I've had realtors who's getting into real estate, wholesaling, and things of that nature, and that's one of the things they say, man, can I do both? Can I do this? I hear that a lot. I'm like, yeah, you can. You know what I'm saying? So, that's a good point. Like you say that, you get a lot of firsthand knowledge of some stuff. So that's huge. And another thing too, so you also have connections in different markets too, as well, right? With other real estate agents, right? Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, yeah. Let's see. I mean, it just depends on what your expertise focuses on, but you can go anywhere from dealing with property managers. You can deal with builders. You can deal with, and then of course your resales. So, you have property managers that they're trying to unload. They're trying to get out of the business. The husband or the wife passed away and they have to, cash out. You have, of course, your traditional. You might be listing for a couple, and then mom or dad unexpectedly passed away, and one of them has to move. So it just things kind of fall in your lap, just depending on what area you kind of focus on. So
Dope, man. Dope. Well, guys, I mean, everybody that's in different markets that's gonna be watching this, or people that's on, man, definitely reach out to him, man. He
okay.
definitely know what he's talking about for sure. You know. So we have Jason on here as well, as long as Jarrell. What's up, guys? Okay, so Jason said he got a last minute call, so he gonna jump on as soon as possible. Jarrell, what's up, Jarrell? You on mute there, bro? If
Mr.
you get a
Money
chance,
Master.
Give me 1 second. I'm
yeah.
wrapping up a call too. 1 second.
Oh, okay, not a problem. No problem. See, I tell you, these are hustlers here, man. Everybody's trying to get it, man. So,
Grabbing it out.
but, yeah, absolutely, man. So, well, but definitely, man. Welcome.
So Dion, really quick, man. So, okay, so my girl became a realtor, almost 2 years, almost
Okay.
2 years now, right?
Uh-huh.
So I was thinking about taking my test as well, right, to become a realtor, right? So after doing my research, I was, I had narrowed it down to Keller Williams, EXP,
Uh-huh.
right? Those was the two choices that I would, go to if I was to be a realtor. So now,
Uh-huh.
what I understand about the EXP model actually allows you to incorporate Dion Williams
Mm-hmm.
into the model, correct? So to
To
where
my
you're just like your brand is an off attachment, but it's an established brand.
correct. What I've seen, because when I first became a realtor, I did like a little mom and pop brokerage. And they kind of gave me a little bit more freedom, but I still needed that energy. You gotta have,
Mentorship.
yeah, you need all those things that's gonna drive
Exactly.
you, make sure you're doing those things and getting out here. So I switched over from that brokerage to EXP because a longtime friend who's been trying to get me to come over for about 3 years, I finally switched over because it just made sense to me. And
Right.
so the team, like a lot of people, they kind of incorporate their team, or they incorporate their, like you say, their logo or name.
Right.
And then, it's kind of a self entity, and then they kind of work underneath that entity. So I
Nice.
have seen that a lot.
Yeah, that's nice, man. Because like us being entrepreneurs, that actually gives us a stepping stone. Because I've seen people, like, just an example, for my name, and my company is Smith Financial Relief Group. So it'd be FRT whatever, powered by EXP or whatever. You know what I mean? Or powered by Keller Williams, whatever. Which is awesome. To where I feel like you can literally stand on that brand and build your brand off of a well-known brand. I mean, I think it's something like you guys got like some 80 to 85,000 agents now within like the last 2-3 years.
Yes,
Globally, right? So that business model right now is boxing. It's boxing the guys who've been in the game for years.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And
it's
knocking them
growing
out. So
fast. It's growing fast, and that's what enticed me, because just all the intricacies, all the small things and the big things, and then like you say, what you mentioned, I think one of the biggest things that kind of caught my attention was I can it has like the luxury of kind of being a broker without actually having to be a broker, and that
right.
goes and building that team and using the power name of EXP to back you up.
Exactly. That's slick right there.
Yeah.
That's slick right there. Jarrell, what up?
What up, my dude? What up, guys?
This
Hey,
is
Drew, how you doing, man?
I'm Jarrell.
Dion, man, nice to meet you.
So we got a new addition. Good, yeah, on the realtor side.
Jay at the
Listen, guys.
party.
I'm having some issues here, man. Hey, I'm outside of my daughter's house apartment here, man. I'm having some major issues over here, but it has a
You
lot of
good?
music playing, man. So I don't want to get struck by YouTube and all that stuff. But we have a special guest that's gonna pop on with us, man. He's in new construction, and I love my stuff, man. So I can't even break it all the way down exactly who he is, but he goes without. I ain't have to say anything about him, man. When y'all see me, y'all probably know who he is. So let me pop him up real quick. What's up, RD?
Hey, what's up, man? What's going on?
How you
And
doing?
I'm doing great, man. I apologize, man. I'm going through something over here with this system over here, man. So how's everything going with you?
Oh man, all is well, man. All is well, man. I appreciate you guys having me, man. How's everybody doing?
Good, dude. Good.
Can't complain, man. Doing well.
Good deal. Good deal.
Absolutely. So listen, man. So you're in the new construction, all right?
Right.
I see you got a list behind you, bro. There's some all the houses that you're working on.
Yeah, so I got right now those are all of my active construction projects. I got probably 4 more that's not on there because I don't have any more room. But yeah, those are all my active construction projects.
Oh,
Nice.
dope, man. Dope. No, absolutely. So tell us a little bit about you, man. About your company, how how long you've been doing it, all that good stuff.
Okay, indeed, man. Well, I go by R. Dyson Colley, man, the gentleman builder. I'm originally from Dallas, Texas, born and raised. Know if you guys have heard of the Oak Cliff area of Dallas, but I was born and raised in Dallas.
That's
I'm
my
a Cliff
hood.
native. And so, man, I've been in the real estate industry for about 6 years. I started in the end of 2016, beginning of 2017. Is when I started actually getting into building my first house. I actually started real estate in 2016. I was doing some flips, did a couple of those, did some wholesaling, did some owner finance, and then I kind of looked up on wholesaling land. Neighborhood I was driving in, man, I saw a lot. I called the owner of the lot. She sold it to me for like 13,000. Maybe like a week later, after me purchasing a lot, I had a guy drive by and he called me and was like, "Hey, I'll give you 25 for that lot." And at that time, I had only knew about wholesaling houses. I never heard of anybody like wholesaling land. And so I passed on the deal because I knew I wanted to build a house, but I ended up looking for other lots after that I was wholesaling. I started wholesaling. So I wholesaled probably I wholesaled probably $200,000 worth of lots in 2017. And so that's how I got into the building. I took that one lot, that first lot, man. I built my first house. Was $19,000 over budget. Only made like $3,200, but I learned how to build a house for free. And so I've been doing that ever since.
I got a quick question. So how did you learn how to wholesale land?
You
How
know
did
what,
you
man?
learn how to do that?
Listen, I took the same concept of wholesaling houses. Like I had wholesaled a couple houses to some of my investors, some of my cash buyers, man. And I just took the same concept, man, especially when it really clicked to me when the guy drove by the lot and I had my sign in the yard. So what happened was when I bought the lot from the lady and I closed on it and I was 100% the owner, what I did was I went and put one of my signs in the yard. And so like a couple days later, maybe like 2 or 3 days later, the guy called me. He was like, "Hey, do you want to sell that lot? I'll give you 25,000." And it clicked to me like, man, he wants to buy this for 25,000. It's the same thing I do with wholesaling houses. And so I ended up turning him down. But I knew at that point I had passed a whole lot of lots, like going to look for houses and doing door knocking and all that type stuff, man. I had overlooked a whole lot of lots. So I just went back to that concept, man, and every lot that I came across, I wrote it down and I started calling people, doing cold calls, man. I was knocking on doors. I was pulling up at people's houses. And I ended up, wholesaling land, man. And that's just where it came from.
So it pretty much sold itself.
Yeah, it
Just
pretty
put
much
your
sold
sign
itself,
out
man.
there.
Yeah, so
That's dope.
so what happened after that, man, what I started doing was every lot that I wholesaled, I would create an ad just like they do, with the wholesaling houses, man. And I was selling like I was contracting probably 5 to 7 lots per day. All of them didn't close, but when I was on the phone with
Wow.
people, I was calling like 5 to 7, I was contracting 5 to 7 lots per day. And man, I was sending them the title and I was putting my ads out there. And then people started calling me, asking me, like, "Hey, how are you getting these lots? What do I need to look for if I see a lot?" And so I kind of started giving people the game on wholesaling lots and what to look for and stuff like that, man. And then next thing you know, everybody wholesaling lots, man. So
No doubt. Hey, Dyson, really quick, man. You said you was getting about 6, 7 lots a day, correct?
Yeah, I was doing
So
like
now,
5 to 7 a day.
for a lot of people who don't understand, right? Because a lot of people might be watching this right now. They might be scared to lock up a contract simply because they might be scared they don't close, and they might be scared if they're gonna get charged fees
Yeah.
by the title companies or whatever. You know what I'm saying? What would you say to that? What advice you got for those people right now?
For me, man, it's to alleviate that, man, just know what you're putting in your contract. So in my contract, special provisions, I had a clause in there that I could back out of the contract at any time. At that point, I was only paying $10 earnest money. I was paying $1 for option fees. And, my termination agreement was like, I was getting like 6 months termination agreement. So you couldn't terminate. I couldn't, you couldn't get out of the contract with me for like 6 months. I had a 6-month option period. You get what I'm
And
saying?
see,
So
I do understand. I'm gonna cut you off. I do understand with that 6 month option period when you're dealing with land, because
yeah,
there's a lot involved when you even when you wholesaling land. There's a lot involved, right? Even especially on the buyer side, right? Because they got to get surveyors out. They got to
oh
get, you know
yeah.
what I mean? They got to get all type of guys out. So is that, in part of the reason why you kind of stretch out, the 6 month period versus somebody may lock something up under 60 days?
Yeah, definitely, man. That's one of those things. So, like originally when I first started, with the land, I was new to acquiring land as well. So I didn't know, about finding utilities and things like that, making sure you had water and sewer on the street, surveys and things like that. Man, I was just buying land and, I was putting it out there, the size. I would go to CAD and get the size. And I would just putting it out there, kind of seeing who would get a bite on it. And that gave me time to actually sell it. Like I knew I didn't have a buyer's list for land, so the longer I had the option period for, the better chance I had to get a cash buyer for it, man. So I used to stretch those option periods out as long as possible.
Most definitely, man.
Yeah, I have never heard nobody stretch it out for 6 months though. And that was wow.
Man, listen. I used to
6 months though.
I used to stretch them things out as far as possible, man. Like I'll stretch it out for like 6 months, man. I'm putting $10 down with $1 option, like everything, bro. I was trying to get it.
But at that time, if you're the
You
only
got it.
person out there doing it, you can do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? You can do
Right.
6 months if you wanted to. You're the
Right.
only
And
one
so
out there. Yeah.
this is what I came to learn about wholesaling land and lots. What happened was, man, when you're wholesaling houses, right, it's different. People's mentality towards a house is different than it is toward land. Most people who are wholesaling houses are that you approach to wholesale a house, they have an attachment to that house somewhat. Like they have, they may have grew up there, they may have memories there, things like that. When it comes to land, there are no attachments to land, bro. Like none. Most people that I was buying lots from, they didn't even know where the land was. It was something grandma left or great grandma left, and they didn't have any attachment to the land. So when they get a call from me and I say, hey man, I'm gonna give you 12 grand cash, and they're like, oh, well, all right, cool. Like I didn't have to do any counter offers. I didn't have to do any haggling, anything, man. I would call, first offer, they accept it. Boom, we under contract.
Wow. Awesome.
Yeah.
Man, I wish it was that easy now. I guess it is
Look,
probably
Boy,
some cities though, in the country or something, but not in the city though.
yeah, who
What
you
state are
telling,
you-
man?
are
I
you in?
wish.
What state are you out of again? I missed that.
I'm in Texas.
Oh, Texas. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in Texas.
Okay. Any questions for him, guys?
I never really thought about wholesaling land. It's not, I got into real estate during the boom of 2014 in Atlanta. So, I mean, there was plenty of houses that was old that was just renovating that was the thing to do. Of course, lots were around, but just so many properties of popping the top was available and going.
It's crazy. So, hey Jay, real quick, can you pull up your whiteboard, Jay? Because I mean, if we can, I got a land deal that somebody sent me, and since we got the brother on,
Let's run it. Hey, let's run it.
I got a lot of music and stuff that's playing over here, bro, and I can't. And I'm on one little on my laptop, so I apologize. That's why I'm not even going. I have my camera on, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a lot going on over here.
Hey,
Okay.
I got a question for both of you gentlemen. So I noticed you said that you were getting like 6 deals a day. So for some of us who don't, know how that actually works, how do you get to that point?
I didn't hear you. Run it again. You froze on me.
Okay, I was saying that for some of us, newbies that might be trying to get in the game, as far as land wholesaling, how do you get to the point of where you get like 6 deals a day, like you were saying? What got you to that point?
Really, man, to be honest with you, it was just time and consistency, man. At that time, I hadn't grown enough to really be out in the field like I am now. So I had that time to sit at home and make 20 or 30 phone calls a day. So I would like set my goal to say, all right, I'm gonna call like 15 people a day, or I'm gonna call like 20 people a day, right? Because I had that time. You get what I'm saying? I would do like, I would do like my skip tracing list or whatever the case may be. And once I got the numbers, man, I would set a goal for that day, man. I would do my 15, 20, maybe sometimes 25 calls. And that was it, man. And like I said, because people aren't tied to land, it was easy, bro. It was easy, man.
Okay. Cool. Appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
So a lot of this. So when you first got started, you kind of went at this thing alone, or did you have like a crew with you, or how did you do that, man?
Listen, man, to this day, I've been building houses for 6 years. I'm the only one that runs my company. To this day, I don't have an assistant. I don't have a project manager. I don't have somebody that sends out estimates for me. To this day, man, I do everything in my company by myself, and it's a gift and a curse, right? And I'm trying to get away from it. So back then, I really didn't have anybody, right? So, man, I was getting up like, man, so where I lived then, when I first got into real estate, where I lived then is a little suburb city of Dallas called DeSoto. And so man, I remember one summer, 2017, I went to every neighborhood in the city of DeSoto and knocked on doors in every neighborhood. I was doing like 200 doors a day, walking on walking people's neighborhoods, man. If you go back on my Facebook page, 2017, you'll see my videos, my live posts, man. I was knocking on people's doors, putting door hangers in, and I was doing it all myself, bro. I didn't have anybody, any team, any homeboys, any, you know what I'm saying, people that I knew wanted to grind with me. So I did it myself.
What did Les Brown say? He was hungry.
I was
hungry,
man. You know what I mean? With an O, I put an O on that thing, man. I was hungry.
Man, listen, man, there's nothing you can't accomplish, man. If you just put your own thoughts to the side, right, and how other people gonna view you, put it to the side, man, and you just be determined, you'll be amazed what you can do.
Yeah,
you'll be amazed.
Indeed.
So you're running this whole operation to yourself, because every time I flick on your page, you put another house up, and you doing this on your own, man.
Doing it on my own, man. I'm looking right now on ways to expand, like, trying to hire some people. Like, I need a administrative assistant to do all my invoicing, to do all my all of my scheduling and stuff like that. I need a project manager, because right now I'm building in 5 counties in DFW. So I got houses in Granbury, I have houses in Fort Worth, Dallas, Plano, and Greenville. And so I'm driving about 250, 300 miles a day trying to get, to all my project sites, trying to make sure everything is straight, man. So I'm in the process right now trying to find the right project manager.
But so you're also a buyer as well, right? So if it's wholesalers out there looking for a cash buyer, y'all see his name right there, man.
Yeah, I buy, man. I buy. Yeah, I buy.
He mean that too.
Yeah, I buy. He mean that work. And, so how are you funding these the constructions?
So this is how my business is set up. So I build for in real estate investors who are looking to either resell the houses, or they're looking to add to their rental portfolio. And then I also have a portion of my company that is a home building company. And so I build for investors, and then I build for myself. So the homes that I build for myself, I'm buying the land. Either I'm buying the land cash, or I had some lines of credit with some lenders where if I'm not tapped out on my lines of credit, then I'm using them to buy land and then they roll it into the construction loan. If I'm tapped out, then I go ahead and I buy the land with my own cash, and then I use that as equity when it's time for me to get the construction loan. Most of my clients are either coming to me with bank financing or they're coming to me with cash. So, you know, that's on them. However they want to fund their own jobs, man. As long as they can pay me to build it, I'm gonna get it done.
Facts.
Facts.
Gotcha. So cool, man.
Yeah. I think this is pretty dope, man. Yeah, but
Oh, yeah,
you definitely have to get you a team, man. You know, you got to get you a
Man, I'm
team.
working on it,
Um,
man. If you got
yeah,
any ideas, let me know, man. I'm working
I
on
got
it.
some ideas for you,
yeah,
bro. I got
it's a
some,
struggle right now.
yeah.
Yeah,
I can put you in with some people, man, to get to kind of even that thing out, man. So you can actually close more deals that way, a little bit less
yeah.
stress. So yeah, that's huge, man. Definitely, man. Hey, listen, guys, how they reach out to you, man? How if anybody got a deal, anybody got some land for sale in the DFW, how do they get in contact with you?
Oh man, they can hit me up on social media, man. On IG, I'm the Gentleman Builder. I also have a Dyson Colley page. They can tap into my YouTube channel, which is the Gentleman Builder, man. I'm always putting videos out, tips on how to build. I have a real estate program that I just kicked off a couple months ago called an Agent Build It, where it allows real estate agents to be able to come in and invest in new construction. And then, of course, my Facebook page, R. Dyson Colley.
So another question is here. So with the way the prices is going up so high, man, is that really affecting you right now?
Nah, man, for honesty, man, it's only affecting big builders, really, man, because they have a lot more overhead than I have. So they have to pay staff members, they have to pay builders, they have to pay people in their company. I don't have to pay those people. So for me, it's working well because I don't have to slow down and my houses are still selling. They have to slow down because they got so much volume. They have too many people to pay. So if they're not selling houses, then they can't pay those people. Me, I can sell one house and I'm fine because I'm paying myself.
Fact.
Now, how many houses do you think you're doing every year? Roughly.
I did 17 last year. I got 15 right now in construction. So I'll probably end these. I'll probably be done with half of these probably by Thanksgiving. And I just bought a couple pieces of land last week to start some more. So we'll see, man. I'm gonna try to hit 25.
Dope, man. Your phone probably ring. Your phone, I know it definitely rings more than mine, bro. My phone ain't nothing
Man,
compared to your phone, bro. Because you got a lot
man,
going on.
man, I get listen. I get more telemarketers, man, trying to sell me health insurance and those vehicle warranties than anybody, man. You feel
I
me?
bet.
Yeah.
So
That
I
is
just want
wild.
to
So
go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
what I understand, I really don't know too much about Texas real estate, but for some reason it seems like everybody in real estate got something going on in Texas. But look, so going to the construction part, right?
Yeah.
So from my understanding, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, that I could buy a house in Texas, right? I can have you to build a house, right? I can call you right now, say, look, Dyson, I need the property built. I need a house built. So what some people was telling me that I could buy the property, have it built, and wouldn't have to pay anything for the property until closing. Is that correct? How does
It
that?
depends. It depends on your lender, man. Like I have a lender right now who rolls all of my interest payments into the back of the loan, right? So when I get a construction loan, the only thing that I'm paying on my construction loan is like my closing costs, right? Which is minimal if I own a lot. So I'm paying anywhere between like $3,500, $5,500 on closing costs, and I don't pay anything else until my house sells. So it really just depends on how you're financing it. If you have a lender who their terms are set up like that, then it could work like that.
That's raw.
And I mean, yeah, it really just depends, man, on how you're financing it, man. So yeah, so the only thing about that, man, I try to do so much value, man, I get tapped out. Like I'll put a $260,000 loan request in, and then I still got 4 more houses over here I'm trying to build at the same time. So I mean, it just depends on your lender, man.
So my question is, when you start that school, man?
Listen, man,
When can we enroll, man? You know what I'm saying?
listen, man. Let me tell you. Every night, man, I'm sitting here trying to get this stuff done, like for some type of course. So my goal is what I want to do, man. I want to create like a twofold online course mixed with a hybrid course for people that's here in Dallas. Like if you're here in Dallas, then I want to do a hybrid course where you're able to come to the job site with me as we're going through the phases of construction, like from dirt to, you know what I'm saying, sale. I want you to be able to see everything that I see, everything that I look at, you know, when I'm building a house, man. My only problem is I don't have enough time to sit down and try to get this course together, man. So, you know, I'm working on it though, man. I want to build America, man. I want to teach everybody how to build a house, man. It's so, you know, it's one of those things where, like I tell people all the time, as a builder, I never have to worry about if I'm going to be in a position not to make money. And I say that because there's so many exit strategies with new construction. Like it's crazy. Like right now, I'm building a rent. That's where my you know, that's where my business model is for this year. Like every house that I build to sell, I'm building one to rent. So it's easier and it's cheaper for me to build a house to rent than it is for me to go find one, flip it, and then rent it. Right? I build it from scratch. I know I'm getting max equity for it because it's a brand new house. And then I'm doing this, I'm using the same strategy as I would for a flip to get, you know, cashed out, refi, and then I'm renting it. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I can do that. Or what I've started to do now was look for owner finance buyers who you can't get a traditional mortgage because you just entered the country, you got an I-10, or the interest rates are too high. Well, you can come buy one of my houses. I'll finance you and I'll be the bank. And I'll let you get it.
Well, listen, we can help you with that. If you need buyers to do the owner finance, we can help you with that all day long. That's what we specialize in, bro. So I was trying to figure out how can I fit myself in there, man. So there it is, right there.
There you go. There you go.
All day long.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So this is, I mean, I salute you, man. I definitely salute you, man. To see a young man like yourself, man, out here getting it, man, trying to make it happen, and you putting something together, man. So later on you can help other people get it as well, man. Continue doing what you're doing, bro.
Oh man, I appreciate it, man. It was a pleasure meeting you, gentlemen, man. I appreciate you guys for having me again.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely. Whenever you do something on a Saturday or something like that, man, or I would like to come through, man, take a couple pictures of your crib, you know, the place you're putting together, man, and post it for you, man, all that good stuff, man.
Yeah, man, just let me know. Like, man, whatever day you want to come through, whether it's on a weekend, weekday, or whatever, man, just hit me up. And you know, I'll meet you out there, depending on what side of town you live on. You know, like I say, I'm in 5 counties, man. So whatever you're close to, just let me know, man. And I'll shoot you an address, man. You come make it happen.
Okay, yeah, I'm out here in Carrollton, right by Plano. So
okay, well, yeah, I got a duplex in Plano off 15th and Park Street.
Okay, yeah, that's not too far from me. That's not too far. Yeah. Okay, I know exactly where that's at. Okay, hey man, I appreciate you again, man. Any last questions, guys? Any more questions for him?
I mean, I just appreciate you dropping the knowledge, man.
Yeah, man, absolutely.
Yeah, no doubt.
Absolutely. You welcome to come back anytime,
man. I know who to call when I'm about to buy my house.
Yeah, definitely, man. Come on down. We'll make it happen.
I know where to come. It's going down.
I promise you. Hey, listen, man. I promise you're not spending $600,000-$700,000 to get you a 5,000-6,000 square foot house. I guarantee you not.
Wow, really?
Bro, I'm building a 6,000 square foot house right now. My budget is $425.
Wow.
Hey, then what we waiting for, man?
Not happening.
I'm on my way. I'm on my way.
Happening, bro. I'm telling you.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm actually looking for personal land myself. So we've been looking on the other side of Ellis County. Yeah. But so I know who my builder is gonna be for my personal, and then we might as well do some other stuff too.
Thanks, though.
Yeah, definitely, man. Hit me up, man. I'll do what I can. Like I say, man, I'm looking out for you guys, man. Investors, making sure that you're not overpaying for these houses, bro. It's a whole lot that I learned when I built my first house that I'd never go buy a house from another builder again.
Yeah, especially you from my hood too, so it's all good, man.
You from the Cliff?
Right?
Hey, man, what's up?
You went to Duncanville?
Huh?
You went to Duncanville?
Nah, you said Oak Cliff, man.
Yeah, you from Oak Cliff?
Yeah, I grew up on Cedar Crest.
Oh man, you know where Highland Hills is?
Dude, do I know where Highland Hills is? Yeah.
Bro, that's where I'm from. Tioga, Bonneview. Yeah.
I was just over there, man. Simpson Stewart.
I fit in. We good.
Yeah.
You got a new resident over here, bro. You want anytime you want to come over here, chop it up with us. You're more than welcome, bro. More than welcome. You know?
Yeah, well, I appreciate you guys, man. Definitely.
Absolutely, bro. Hey, salute to you again, bro. And we definitely get with you for sure.
Yeah,
all right, man. Likewise.
How did it reach you one more time? How did it reach you one more time, bro?
Oh man, you can reach me on IG, man, at the Gentleman Builder or R Dyson Colley IG pages. I'm on Facebook, man, RLC Development, RLC Construction Group, and R Dyson Colley. I'm not on Twitter. I don't do any of the Twitter, man, but you can like and subscribe a lot of my YouTube channels, man. It'll teach you how to build houses, man. Give you some quick tips on what to look for when you get into new construction.
Dope, man.
Definitely, man.
You guys can catch all that, man. Listen to this thing again. If you don't catch it, then reach out to me. I'll give you all. I got you plugged in, brother.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it, man. Thank you, guys.
Good for you, my brother.
All right, man.
Doubt, bro. Thanks so much.
Yeah, man. That was dope there, bro. That boy out there, he out there getting it, man. We had to get out there and go touch him for sure.
Yeah, so a lot of things. Yeah, you gain a lot of knowledge, man, building properties. You know, that's everything. You know, I can only imagine. I've only rehabbed myself, so you touching everything. So salutes on me.
Yeah. So I know you guys getting on. I don't know if you guys got a chance to meet Dion here, man. He's new to the team, man. He's gonna be on the podcast with us. He's a real estate agent specialist.
Oh man, I don't like agents.
Talk to your agent.
Hey, you come in here, man. I gotta haze you a little bit, but it's
all good. All right.
You local, Dion? Where you at?
Yeah, I'm local. I'm in Grand Prairie.
Okay.
Close to Joe Pool Lake. So I'm in the Grand Prairie, Cedar Hill, Mansfield, little nook right there in that corner.
Yeah, man. I know exactly where he is over, not too far from Lake Ridge over there.
Right. Yeah. Lake Ridge. Right. Man, I've been a realtor in Texas for 3 years.
Okay.
So who are your primary type of buyers, retail or investors?
I mean, I actually have both. I got retail, but then I also have my buyers, my buyers on the side that say, hey, D, when you find something, when you see something, let me know. You know, give me the inside. Let me know if you got this, that, another. You know, they give me their range, and then I just kind of shoot them stuff that I get all the time, and we just kind of go from there. Yeah, so definitely. I get a little mixture of everything.
Okay. So you know what I'm gonna ask? I need all of those last minute foreclosures that can't get sold on the MLS. I need all of those, man.
I hear you. What I've seen is that because I've gone to actually the auction a couple times just to kind of see how that process works up at Terry County at the courthouse, and I really didn't see a lot of them.
No, I'm talking about those listings that you get. The homeowner behind on their payments, they gotta get it sold, and you getting ready to list it, but it doesn't get sold. I'm talking about I can pretty much stop that thing right before the wire.
Right. Before you get to that point, yeah.
Before you get to that point, and so we can always work something out that route for sure.
Cool. But keep that in mind what he's actually saying though. So when you got that, let's say up to that day, right, of a person about to get foreclosed on,
it can be the day of the auction, Jay. I don't care. Most of the time, I can try to get it pulled.
Yeah,
that's huge right there.
Because when you even get those lists, and then you kind of got your mindset on, okay, well, this house, and then you go to the auction, it might only be 2 houses that get on the block because a lot of them get pulled at the last minute because somebody either made a deal or they done paid their back taxes or they done came current. So yeah, you're right. Day of.
Oh yeah.
Day of. As long as it's processed.
As long as them things ain't closed. As long as it ain't closed.
Right.
All right. So let's jump right into the show here, man. We kind of did a little backwards here. We was gonna bring him on a little later on, but he jumped on early, so it's kind of worked out. So listen. So in our business, right? Sometimes you run across people asking for a POF letter. What do you tell them in that situation?
Give them a POF letter.
Yeah, I get asked that all the time.
Give them one.
All right. So you give them one. I can't give them. can't just give them one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna teach all brokers out here. This is broker, right? This is broker game. Okay, you can't just give them a POF without some type of contract because circumvention is well out there.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna give it to them with the contract. That's what they want it for.
No. Okay, how are you phrasing this, Jay? Because we all come in contact with POF letters at different times. Me being lenders, I give POFs. You, Jay, you are requested from sellers to provide to submit a POF, right? So that's what I'm saying. When I answer the question, I'm talking about like a buyer. A client of mine saying, "Hey, I want to buy a property. Here's the numbers on the property. Home looks good, but I need a POF, or I need a POF just in general, just to submit offers in my city because people not taking my offer seriously, right? Well, maybe this question is more geared to Jay to answer on that side, but me myself, I need some type as a broker. I need some type of commitment to be able to disclose the lending source. That's the way I've worked because I've learned in the past people will circumvent you on their own regard just to save a buck when honestly they're dealing with the professional to get them the loan. So it's kind of, it's definitely counterproductive. So before I even, cut that off the head, there's some type of commitment as a broker because I'm disclosing my POFs comes directly from my account managers with the lenders or the underwriter from the lender or whatever. So things like that. But as far as being asked for a POF in a buying situation, I have no problem with that because I write POFs.
Well, as a wholesaler, right? So as a wholesaler, this is some of the things like when I'm training a person, right? That's kind of one of the first things they come back. Hey man, somebody asked me for a POF letter or approval funds letter. I already know that's a realtor that's asking for that because normally a regular person don't even ask for that. You know what I'm saying? So in that situation, what do you tell your mentee, or what do you tell a person when they ask you for a POF letter as a wholesaler?
Well, me myself, man, all my deals I signed all my deals under the Smith Financial Relief Group, right? So for me to provide you a proof of funds, it's kind of like you being a member of my LLC and looking into my financials. And that's against my operating agreement.
Oh my God. Lingo.
He said, that's what I heard. That's what I heard right there, bro. That's crazy. But that's real though. That's real.
It's legitimate because some things are against your operating agreement. You put that in there, hey, you can't operate. I can't operate like that.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. But Jay, how would you like you said, how would you approach that if a realtor is asking for a POF? You'll just provide one from your.
Most of the time I know when I'm making an offer to a realtor, I need to provide that when I send them the agreement.
Yeah.
Because that's the way they need to present it to either the other agent, the representing the seller, okay, or if I'm making an offer on an REO, the bank is going to ask for it no matter what. So if they're asking for it, then I already know that I put myself in the position to do that. If a seller asks me that, I'm gonna be honest with you. Most of the time, if they ask that, they're not even gonna do business with me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, hey, where's your proof of funds? Oh, well, hell, I'm paying cash. So if they asking me for a proof of funds and this is an actual seller or the person I'm dealing with directly, they're probably not gonna do business with me. They're trying to call my bluff. They're trying to call my bluff on me being able to pay cash for that property.
Right.
So I'm more than likely gonna whack you at lightning speed and go to my next motivated seller, my real motivated seller, not my next, my real motivated seller, so I can keep going.
Or they could also be playing the game of trying to get more out of you, or putting you against the other offers, trying to make you come up, trying to make a little battle, a little battle.
Yeah. Well, a lot of them, this is unsophisticated sellers who's asking for that proof of funds because this is what they had to do when they bought the damn house.
Right.
You see, so they're trying to do it in reverse with me as a person that's being direct. Now, I don't have a problem. I mean, I'm making an offer to you. I don't have a problem with showing you that the funds are available. You know, that's fine. You know, if I'm going to buy it, I'm going to buy it.
Right. Exactly.
I'll give you a proof of funds.
Now, Jarrell, I didn't know that you actually provided proof of funds.
Yeah, but I do it.
Now we done opened up
I always say I'm a broker. I'm not a lender. I'm not a direct lender. I don't work for any lender. Okay.
Period.
So my business comes into my profit or whatever comes into relationships. So I have to maintain those relationships, right? So I would tell you can go to multiple sources and get POFs.
Yeah, definitely.
But when they call that number,
exactly,
talk about you favorably to who is calling.
Exactly,
that's what I guarantee. You see what I'm saying? Exactly. So that's why, and also to prevent circumvention, because like I said, it's not going to be my letterhead on a POF. It's going to be the actual lender that we're going to be working with to close your loan. So I do it at a non-refundable but rolling fee that's not forfeited. To get started, a one-time fee that goes towards your loan,
no doubt,
and also rolls forward. That's not forfeited. I should add. So it doesn't matter if it was this week or next year. You actually, and I'll work with you providing POF letters for every deal because you need it. You actually need it. If you're shopping on the MLS. And you're not so much meeting private sellers, you're gonna run into
all day long.
Yeah.
Dion, know?
Yeah, that's why he's shaking his head. You know, but here's the other thing.
You know,
but here's the other thing with Jay. Your student, Jay, I'll be honest with you, is asking about a POF. Then again, more than likely dealing with a realtor. That $10 earnest money ain't gonna cut it.
No,
they want 500 to 1,000 at least.
Soon as you hear proof of funds from this person that you're talking to, you might as well get ready to write $500 to $1,000 on your EMD.
Yeah.
Once the seller says, "I'll have someone send you a contract for your offer."
Yep, you already know.
You will get
so Dion, with you being with EXP, right? I know EXP is one of the major, real estate firms in the country that actually allow realtors to wholesale. Have you wholesaled any deals?
I have not.
Oh man, we gotta get this brother together out here, y'all.
Hey, I'm kind of.
Shit, we gonna create a monster.
Like I got a whole new lane because wholesaling is all about properties. You feel like, okay, this is not property I can represent as a client, as a definitely take it on and sell this thing to my buyers list.
Take it.
Right.
Yeah.
Take it, bro.
EXP. Now, let me ask you a question about EXP. I am kind of late to the game on EXP Realty actually, but I just did a loan for a client who I noticed after submitting her purchase and sell agreement, she was the realtor. Never really disclosed that she was a realtor to me, but she was a realtor through EXP. So does this mean that realtors, like investors, more investors are becoming EXP realtors because like there's more leverage than becoming a realtor with, say, like being investor focused, but also wearing that realtor hat also through EXP.
They're supposed to still disclose though, right?
Yeah.
They disclosed it. They disclosed it on the purchase and sell agreement. Fine, not to me. I'm talking about. They disclosed it on the purchase and sell agreement. Fine. It's fine. I'm not saying they didn't do anything. They did everything right. I'm not saying that. I'm just wondering, is she a realtor with EXP because there's benefits more so with going through with EXP than going through with Keller Williams, being a realtor with Keller Williams, or
honestly, I don't think it's not much of a difference as far as brokerage. That's preference. Because at the end of the day, you still gotta disclose. There's a spot specifically on our forms. You gotta just do you have any personal interest in this deal?
She did. When I'm talking about, bro, is commission wise, man.
Commission wise?
Yeah, like EXP could pay more commission basically than the other big box?
As far as commission, I don't know if it's different, but I do know they have other perks. They do other things like it's like a built-in retirement, kind of a savings thing. They have some other perks that a lot of the other brokerages don't consider or don't even do.
You're the first person I've met that's an EXP realtor. This is quite recently since working with this client last week. So I wanted to ask. I never asked her yet. I forgot to ask her about it. So I was wondering why did she go with EXP? Because I also saw a big Las Vegas seminar y'all did.
They just had one this past weekend.
Last weekend. It was huge. Matter of fact, one of
the other things that EXP, I guess, is kind of different than some of the other big brokerages is that you can build a team and be a broker without actually being a broker, more or less. So when you build your team and you bring them on an EXP, you can basically receive some type of income because they're receiving commission because you brought them to the table. So it's almost like being a broker, but you don't have to go through the whole ordeal of getting your broker's license.
It's the monopoly of real estate.
So that's kind of why that's I think one of the major reasons what's pulling a lot of agents to EXP.
No doubt.
The retirement, the ability to get multiple streams of income, not just off your own pen.
Exactly. Hey guys, my guy Tito down here. Tito's in the wholesaling with Lenny Group. Tito got a question about a property that he's working on a deal currently. Tito, you go ahead and hit us with Tito?
What's up, Tito? Fellas?
All right, brother.
Welcome. So what's the difference between the earnest money and the option fee?
Oh, okay. You want to take this, Jay?
That's the same thing, isn't it?
No, it's not.
Well,
no, I'll go. Okay, so
hey, Tito's in Texas.
Go ahead, Jay.
Tito's in Texas too, y'all. So
y'all in the same state, so I know it doesn't matter, but go ahead, Jay.
No, you can go ahead, Jerome.
So earnest money is just like it's due diligence. You are aware what earnest money is, right? So
yeah.
Basically, is that not the same thing? Well, options like he basically described, like you can put in there to have certain agreements built into your contracts if you want to take advantage of it, and you can get called, you can get charged a fee. Now he got charged pretty good fee, because $1, but I mean, if you want on that, it's not really needed unless, like he said, it's a land deal. So there's a lot of moving parts to get that thing closed. You want to be able to be flexible and not just go off of what's written on paper, but also be able to jump to another type of way to close on the deal. So and just paying that fee for that. And it's being held by the closing attorney. Now, I've never had to do that myself, so I don't know specifically if it's added to the purchase price like an EMD, or that just goes to the seller. Maybe you can answer that, Jay.
It actually goes to the seller. I mean, it goes to the purchase price.
Okay.
The option goes to the seller. The earnest goes to the
I'm talking about the option. The option goes to the seller also, or does it go? Okay, it doesn't go into the purchase price though.
No, the earnest goes to purchase price. The option goes straight to the seller.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that before. Absolutely.
Because what Tito was saying was the seller went with an agent, but on the contract it says $500 earnest money, and then it says $100 option fee. So that's what he was trying to figure out the difference. You know what I mean? So
what type of deal is this, Tito? Like, where is it a land deal or renovation, which is a purchase?
What? Say that again.
Is this a renovation property that you're going to renovate? Is it a turnkey deal, or is it a property?
Wholesaler, right?
It's going to be a flip.
Oh, you're going to be a
wholesale
flip?
deal.
Okay.
A wholesale deal. Okay, so you put your EMD down. I normally put half of whatever my EMD down as my option on the track. And so if I'm wholesaling, if I'm putting $100 down as EMD, then I put $50 down on the option.
Gotcha.
Now,
you
sometimes
always utilize options though on every deal.
Well, depends on. Well, see, you separated it as well, Jarrell, because here in Texas, on our Trek contract, it's all in that Trek. You have one part of it that's where you put your EMD down, which I think is section 3, and then there's the other section where there's an option that you can put in that purchase and sell agreement as well.
Correct.
So ours is combined that way.
Yeah.
Now, in other cases where if I'm just doing an option, which we're about to put one on a property in Georgia right now. So I put an option on there. I normally just put $10. Hey, here's my option. And then I'll exercise my option within this time frame. So the seller doesn't want to sell until after January because he wants to put it on his taxes for the end of the year. So we're going to put an option on it, and we'll exercise our option and lock it up because we're going to lock it up under the option, right? We can file our option so it's known to the public, and then we'll move to our purchase and sell agreement in January.
Gotcha.
And
so you could leave that blank though if you wanted to.
Yeah, you can put NA if you want to.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's you basically paying for a favor, like paying for an opportunity to
exercise it.
Yeah, whatever you want to do.
Yeah. I've never had to use one, so I'm kind of
I mean, in our contract, man, our Trek contract, Jarrell, I mean, it's 9 pages, brother. Okay. So it adds that in there. And I typically use that option part of that to give me more due diligence time. Right. So I start doing my due diligence at the very beginning for my inspection periods and all that stuff. And then when I get to my option, then I give myself some more time to be able to purchase that property as well.
Gotcha.
But other states is not, they don't add that in there. Texas did that, and I think they just did it not too long ago, maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. It wasn't that way.
Yeah, all the form, the purchase and sell agreements I have that I use, you have to, as a spot, you can add it, and it's just utilized and it's recognized here, but it's not written into any GAR.
It's not built into the GAR there.
No.
Here, so it's built into ours.
Like you guys,
I need to build that. I need to build the option.
Hold on, I didn't hear you, Gerald.
You have unilateral extensions built into your contracts.
The unilateral extension, no.
I love those.
Yeah.
Unilateral.
We have to do an addendum to add that.
Do that. Yeah, it's unilateral here for days.
It's hard to get your hands on a GAR in Georgia now, though.
What you mean?
You don't have a license.
Oh, my wife's a realtor.
Yeah, but if you don't have a license,
you're not getting a GAR. Yeah, but a lot of a lot of people here are using, even investors are using realtors, to get properties.
Yeah, because first we were using the title company. They were just giving us the GAR because they knew we were going to close with them. So they let us do it.
It's crazy because Jarrell just said that. But in Springfield last month, 44% of the properties were sold off market for underpriced.
Yeah, 44%.
44% of the properties that were sold here in this town last month were sold off market and below price.
And that was all your team too, wasn't it, bro?
Over here.
That was you and your whole team, bro. Lenny out there killing it. Every time I turn on Facebook, he had another property, bro.
Hey, I know the numbers. But
go ahead, bro.
Locations.
We got another good question. Was that all your questions, though, Tito?
Yeah, that was it.
You sure?
You stay on,
where you at, Tito? Where you at in Texas?
Waco. But I'm actually in California.
Waco.
Okay.
That's kind of like what I was saying earlier, though. Not earlier, but another week, man. About a person said, well, they asked us, like, there's no deals no more. And one of my sponsors was like, take your ass to where the deals are at.
Yeah.
Right. You're gonna say 44%.
Right.
You just said that. I'll be looking at it like where Lenny at? I'm going,
Yeah,
Tito in Waco, man. I was stationed out there on New Road.
Nice. No, I'm in California, but I mean that's where
Tito,
I'm doing the deal.
You in Cali now?
Yeah, right. Waco is his virtual market.
Oh, okay. Not bad.
Yes, sir.
Baylor's down there, so yeah, you can do pretty good out there, man. Hollywood, the little Hollywood area right outside of Waco.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, that's another way you can actually acquire some good properties too, man. The lease options. I know we kind of talked about this a little bit too. Well, this Saturday I'll be doing like a little master class on master lease options for commercial properties. But I thought this would be a good, interesting thing to kind of talk about when it comes to these lease options.
Jay missed it. Y'all missed it. Both of these Jays, y'all missed it wherever y'all at. Both of y'all missed it in the group earlier in the class because somebody from the group joined the class and he got a property listed right now with an agent is overpriced, right? And I literally showed him on Batch Leads what what the estimated value of the property is, what the comps are, whatever. And I literally just convinced this dude to be like, look, you need to go at least option with this, right? Get somebody come in, they put a down payment down, they pay you for 24 months. If they want to extend that, don't even go ahead and play the 6 or 12 months game. Go ahead and make them sign another one for 24 months, right? So that way, you got, solidified long-term, capital. And then at the same time, try to sell it. You know what I mean? So like the property is literally, he's literally, it's a complete rehab, but it's been sitting there simply because it's overpriced. It's in a good area. It's literally between two colleges, right? And yeah, man, I had to tell him today, man, like, look, like one of your options right now to create cash flow your family. He said they just had a baby. I said, hey man, you need somebody to come in, put $10,000-$20,000 down on this thing. Somebody who's building their credit, somebody who has a nice debt to income ratio, has somebody like that come in, pay you nice down payment, pay you monthly on this thing, get them the option to purchase it. You know what I mean? So
location, Lenny.
Right here in Springfield.
In Springfield? Okay.
Yeah. Right here in Springfield.
So, but you did say it was livable, right?
No, it is. It's actually. Hold on, let me go to it. If Jake, can you get to the joint real quick?
What do you mean?
Can you pull up the whiteboard or no?
He still can't.
No. I'm at the over here.
Okay.
Use your screen. I can pull you up.
So it's 2920. Right.
Your screen, right, Jay?
West Walnut. Yeah. Hold on. All right.
If you show your screen, I can show you. You won't pull up.
Yeah, you can share. You can share your screen. Just hit present, Lenny.
I get it. No, I'm on my phone. I'm on my phone.
Man, come on.
I know, man. I know. Hold on. All right.
Hey, man, come on.
I know, man.
So, well, man, is actually a hard vendor. I think what you do is like 46 states, Jerome?
Yeah. A little less than about 46 now, man. It's getting a little tight, but it's still good. What's that, Lenny?
All right, so this is the spot.
Oh, okay.
This is dude's spot, right? He got it on market for the 147, right? They just bought it and they're trying to relist it, right? Because they just did like a major rehab to this joint. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this joint because I gotta go to the MLS because I want to show you guys like the pictures of it. You know what I'm saying? And not just what Batch got. Because Batch won't give me all the MLS pictures at this time. It was just listed. But, okay, here we go. Boop. What you guys say? MLS. All right, so this joint is active, right? So, I mean, I had to tell the guy, like, look, bro, like, you're going to have to let this go. Simply because where it is. But they did a nice rehab on it, right? Total, everything's fresh, right? They took it all the way down to the studs, did a fresh rehab on it, everything. But the area that it's in, like nobody's gonna come in that area and give you 150 for this. Like not at all. Not the area that it's in. Like, oh fuck no. Everything you gotta be stolen. From this area, from your garage though. Motherfuckers go in your garage and your car, they won't break in your crib though. But you know what I'm saying? Like you see the shower and shit, like there's no like what is that? But but seriously though, you know, they did a great job for where it is. But it's really overpriced. So, you know, I had to let them know, like, look, you can't like expect nobody right now to go and get a loan at 7% for that.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not gonna happen, not at that price, right? You can't expect nobody to go get a loan for 7% right now at that price. And then I was telling him about this deal that I got about the house that we moving into. I literally used the new house that we moving into next month. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting 30 grand down. I'm paying $2,200, $2,200 a month for the next 17.5, right? For the next 17.5 on this property, right? So we close, like I said, we close next month. So I had to give him, and I had to let him know, like even if you don't do it how I'm doing it to hold this, you can still do it with somebody who's not credit qualified to walk into a bank, but has good debt to income ratio, and you can actually, you know, get this property sold without being, you know, without this thing sitting on market for the next 6 months. Because where it is, it's probably gonna sit on the market for the next 6 months. They just had a baby. I mean, at least option agreement would be his best choice right now. If somebody came in, gave them 30, 40, you know what I mean, depending on what they got for the loan, et cetera, et cetera. And like I said, this thing is literally between two colleges. So, you know, you can get a student who may be trying to buy their first house right when they graduate, throw this thing on a lease option. You know what I mean? And you know, if they don't buy it, shit, you got the next student and the next student and the next student and the next student and the next student.
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, yeah, I mean, you know, there's literally potential for you to get this thing back every 24 months. And you can cash flow 2 grand on this thing every, you know. I mean, and then you got a new person coming in, putting that same 10 grand down, and they starting the cycle all over again. If that's, you know, if that's what he wanted to do, versus sitting it on the MLS and it's just sitting there,
Run the risk on somebody coming in and
like loan, the risk of somebody coming in, those loan fees kicking in, right? Because you got to pay for that construction loan. Jarrell gonna tell us about that holding cost.
Yeah.
Jarrell gonna tell us about that holding cost.
You better get your cash flow as soon as possible.
That new construction, tell you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, lender don't want it back, but they will take it.
Don't sit. I
yeah, they
was
will.
scared
They
for
definitely will
real.
take it back for sure.
I was telling him like, man, don't do it to yourself.
I don't like speaking to anybody about a property that's not selling, you know, unless that's your original plan to host or refi it and keep it as a whole. But
You wanted to flip it. You wanted
to
to
flip it. You know, want to flip it, but if it don't work out, man, you got limited time. You got to move. And I just had actually got a loan in refi right now from a client that I have to explain to him, if you you know, you it's gonna happen. You're gonna run into that maturity date. You know, you don't see it doing anything. You better take this time right now, because the longer you have it exposed, this is the thing that I had to tell him about. The longer he has it exposed to the market, the more even when he tries to go refinance it or whatever, tries, you know, keeping it, you know, move that into a 30-year mortgage or whatnot, it's going to hurt him when it's appraisal, because it's been exposed. The appraiser can't appraise that house for what you have it on the market and have to take it down and say, hey, that property is 180 now. No, unfortunately, it's 170, and God forbid you drop the price and then need that value to refinance. that happens a lot of times, and people don't know that it's virtually impossible for an appraiser to value your property. A lot of things have to happen for an appraiser to say, hey, you just took down your property a month ago, and I'm going to appraise it for more or what it was taken down for at the time.
Not going to happen.
They're going to deduct 10, 15, 20. And just keep that in mind. Anyone that's in that situation, stop decreasing.
Facts.
Hurting yourself. You know?
Hey, we went over, guys. We want to make sure we respect everybody's time, man. But this is action packed, man. We can talk about it for hours, bro. But listen, man, everybody, man, definitely get Deion's information, man. Reach out to him. You know, Deion, man, get everybody information, man. So he's gonna be on the team, man. And you know how we do, man. We see something that he can benefit from over to him, and he'll do the same thing for us, man. And keep this thing rolling, bro.
All right, I appreciate you, Gavin. And definitely, I'm a student of the wholesale game. So, hey, I'm ready to learn more. And as far as how I can be reached, on Instagram, Albert Dion Williams. I have to use my whole government name. Albert Dion Williams. And let's see. And then as far as my website, albertwilliams.exprealty.com. But if you need to reach out to me, also, we can do the old-fashioned way, call and text, 682-305-0337.
Absolutely.
I'll pick back up.
Before we go off too, let everybody finish too. So if you guys know anybody who want to come on, man, that's somebody that's out there killing, definitely reach out to her. Let them know, come on, man. If you guys got something you want to talk about next week, let me know. Ready to take this thing to the next level, man. It's time to put a little bit of money behind it now. So I got a little breather last week, bro. I've been doing too much, bro. It came down on me. So, but go ahead, Jarrell.
I'm gonna piggyback off that at 678-523-1300. 1300. You can hit me on that anytime. Send me an email at that right there, bpiquickloans@gmail. Any deals you got that you need funding for, whether it's buy and holds, fix and flips, commercial, just give me a call or hit me a line on that email, man.
No doubt it's going down. Hey guys, what up? My name's Lenny, investor.
Jay,
why you laugh?
If I just turned this on, I would have thought, oh man, I just caught the beginning.
Yeah.
Then y'all would have said peace. I was like, what the hell, Lenny?
So look, what up, man? Your name's Lenny. What's up? My name's Lenny, man. Join me, Wholesaling with Lenny on Facebook. That's the name of the group. Tomorrow, join me on the Wholesaling with Lenny podcast, where I have author, inventor, and investor Michael Batista on, which is the owner, creator of the automated REI, which is a skip tracer software. He's a dear friend of mine. He's going to talk about how he started his portfolio all virtually, how he literally moved from Missouri to now he's living in fucking Peru on the island, like chilling. Okay, so Mike's going to break down some stuff for us tomorrow, man, on the Wholesaling with Lenny podcast tomorrow. And next week, hopefully, I'm going to have this exact same crew on Wholesaling with Lenny as well. Thursday, 6:30, 6 p.m. Central. 6 Central.
I'm there. I'm there, bro. I'm there for sure. I'm there. So you, Jay?
Jason Sims, man, real estate investor. Dude, man, just call me. 972-220-8104. Again, 972-220-8104. Whether it's questions about deals, coaching, how to get started, just hit me up.
Okay, and also tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, tomorrow's the 20th, man. Our guy, man, Johnny Leverage is having a big event here in Dallas. Tomorrow? Yeah, man, it creeped up on me, man. I just thought about it a moment ago, man. He's what is it? I think it's kind of talking about
cigar
asset protection. He does a lot of asset protection type stuff, man. So it's at a big, huge cigar lounge and stuff like that, man. I'm gonna definitely pop in, show him some love, man. If you guys are in Dallas, you want to come on out, man. You don't have the address.
6:30.
DM me. 6:30 tomorrow. Yeah, DM me, man. I'll shoot you the information. Yeah, I don't have the flyer in front of me, man, but hey, if you guys have seen him on here, man, y'all know. If you seen him on the Small Business Stand Up podcast, you know he know what he's talking about. So I want to go up there and support him, man.
Earlier. I was just talking to him earlier about my plans blew up. I ain't gonna be able to make it. Yeah. But I definitely, hopefully I can get a good video, man, so you guys kind of see what went on, man, and see him do his thing, man. Want to definitely, with me, if you guys are able to make it, if I can make it, I'm representing, us. You know what I'm saying? We got to definitely send somebody, So I definitely understand that, man. So yeah, definitely, man. Also, man, this Saturday we having a little deal, man. Master lease option. We're gonna kind of dive into that, and I definitely need to get with you guys. For about 15 minutes, maybe next week sometime. Let's get together, man. Let's start putting some money together. Let's buy some of these master lease options up, man. Small multifamily units.
Sure, why not?
Podcast because people are gonna see what we're doing, but why not?
Why not? Why not?
So here to be got. Everybody put a couple grand on it. Let's go get some properties, man.
You know what I'm saying? On Monday.
Say,
y'all available on Monday?
I'm available Monday.
All right, we'll put it in the chat.
Let's talk about it. Let's get it.
Okay. Let's do it. There's a couple more things I got going on as well, man. So we're gonna definitely let's put it together, man. This money for a few minutes, man. I know everybody's busy, but it's time to make some money together. Let's go get it.
Let's go.
Absolutely. Hey, nice to see y'all, man. Welcome to the team, Dion. All right, my brother. Hey,
all right, bro.
Have a good one now. All right, peace.
Peace.
All right.